Hi there folks, we're out here walleye fishing again. Came out early this morning with a buddy of mine and we caught our limit in about an hour. I had to take him back in, he had to run some errands for the family. Came back out here doing some loops and laps, just fun fishing, not keeping anything today. Running some dipsy on the outside, number 3 setting, 95 back. I'm running a Jet 50, 65 down, or I'm sorry, 65 back, with a worm harness, catching some fish on that. Starboard side, I'm fishing a Jet 40, and I'm putting that 77 back. Yeah, let's go pay some attention on it. I think I'm dragging a small fish, so let me switch this around, and we'll see what's on that rod. This is that Jet 40 at 70. Actually, I was running this 80 back. Yep, we got something on there. Got a walleye. Doesn't look very big, though. I think the biggest one I caught today was 23. Most of them have been 18 to 22. That's a keeper walleye. We're not keeping anything today. That one's probably barely 15 though. Small compared to what we've been catching today. What I'm doing is there's a spot that I'm running here where we had a bunch of fish this morning. I'm doing laps and I'm progressively going either out farther or in farther just to see where the school is actually at, like how wide it is. For right now, it seems to be pretty darn narrow. I'm not varying more than half a mile and I can definitely tell when the bite drops off. Like I've done 2 passes, I caught 1 fish, come down another pass a little further out on a particular contour line, about 40-45 foot of water, catch 5, turn around, come back on a different contour line, catch 1. Definitely a difference in the bite there depending on where I'm at on the loop. We're gonna go 85 on the Jet 40. So I did a video on this recently, a short. This is the worm box that I have. We're definitely running a worm harness this morning. That's catching fish. There it is. This is still pretty cool. The towels are wet and the worms are underneath. Things working out great. Out of the way, up off the deck, no problem. Oh, and look, I got my net set up. All right, we're on again on the outside dipsy here. Like I said, I had this out 95. That puts us down in that 32, 35 range. I'm already at the top. The dipsy's already surfaced. Oh, I think he came off. That was a walleye. I saw him out there. As soon as that dipsy surfaced, you got to pause for a second sometimes on that. Bumped him off. Nuts. All right, let's set this back out. One other thing to note is the speed. I hadn't mentioned that. Having to keep it 2.7 to 2.85. Pretty fast today, even with the worm harness and the spoons that I have out. Haven't been getting much under 2.7. On a nice calm day like this, not too bad. Here's the fish counter. Let's see what we're up to. 25, not a bad day. We've been fishing probably 4.5 hours. Got 25 fish. Can't beat it. Let's keep going. All right, I want to do a quick review here on the hat that you see me wearing in these videos. This is called a Shelta hat, S-H-E-L-T-A. And the reason I bought this hat is, one, the sun protection, obviously. The main reason is it's got a hard interior brim. If you've seen these kind of bucket hats before online, a lot of them are just like this in the back, right? They're flimsy and they move around. And if you're driving around on your boat and the wind's hitting you, this thing flips up like this. You can see it's got a hard brim, so it stays nice and flat. And that's something that's hard to find, but definitely want to have. All right, we're on here, I think. This is that outside dipsy. See what we got going on here. Wow, he's way out there. So it's already surfaced. Hopefully that's a nice walleye out there. I can't tell. It's a little too far out. Now this is what I was telling you before on the other one. Oh, this looks like a nice walleye. All right. Keep the tension on him here and get this marked. Might have to net him and get a picture. And this is on Badmo Arrowhead blade. All right, surf him in. Get this new net down there. All right, got him in the net. That's probably the biggest one of the day right there. Let's see what we got going on here, boys. Oh, freaking broke my hook. So in a couple of minutes we'll have a hook repair video. Oh, damn it. Oh well, I'll take it. It's a pretty good one. Let's see what we got here. Like I said, we're throwing them all back today. 21, maybe a little more. All right, folks, you can see here this Badmo blade has caught quite a few fish. The red tinge is pretty much gone, and we're gonna have to change this hook. One of the hooks broke off, and the way this works is you got to have a pair of pliers with this little tooth on the end right there, and you put this down inside to pry open that split ring enough to get the hook started, and then you just kind of work it around till you can pop that hook off, and that's it. And then you reach into your arsenal over here and you find yourself another treble hook, and then you take and get the split ring started again so you can put the hook in. A little tricky sometimes to get started. Now if you're too far back on the split ring, just move it forward a little bit so that opening opens up for you. Don't try to force it because you will stick yourself. And then once you get it started, you can work it back. There you go, just work it back. Once you get it so far, you can just turn that split ring and bring it around, and that's it. Now you got a new hook. You're ready to go. Throw this one away. All right, we had a hit here on the worm harness. I think I got him. Yep, he's on there. Not sure what it is yet. This is on the Jet 50. Had it down to 65. Oh, he came off. Dang it. All right, we had a hit again on this Dipsy out here on the outside, that Badmo blade again. It's the one that we just replaced the hook on. It's already at the surface and it's drifting towards the back. So that tells me there's, and another walleye. Like I said, we're not keeping anything today, but these are all keepers. This is a good 17, 18-inch walleye right here. I know the video doesn't do these fish justice, but that was a good fish. Let's get this back out and see if we can get another one. Where are we at on the counter? 27. That makes 28. All right, so this Jet 40 over here, we've only caught one or two on that chicken wing. We're gonna change it up a little bit. So it looks like a short strike on this one. I saw it just a little bit of tug on it. There's definitely a fish on here. I must have missed the bite. What we got going on here? Another good walleye. Mark that for sure. It's a good 17, 18-inch walleye. Let's get another worm candidate on. Get this back down. So this is something that happens every once in a while. I said I was letting it out to 65, and you can see I let it out to 72. So it's down quite a bit deeper than I want. Now you can attempt, which I'm doing right here, to bring it back up to 65. You just got to be super careful that you don't trip it, because otherwise you're reeling this sucker back in. But it can be done. You just got to get lucky sometimes. Take your time. Don't get in a hurry. And there we go. Bite on there. And while I'm doing that, I get a hit on the Dipsy on the outside. So yeah. Oh boy, what a day out here, guys. Doesn't get any better than this. Readjusting that inner rod 50, and the outside gets hit. Uh-oh. This looks like trouble. Yep. Don't want those. If we're getting into the sheep head. Oh, that's a white bass. Well, that's not terrible, but if we start getting into them, we're gonna turn around and go back the way we came. All right, you can see here on the nav, we're coming up to the place that I marked. We've got less than a quarter of a mile till that mark. One of my laps, you can see some that I've done over here. I'm gonna come in a little bit, probably over to about where this 45 is right there. And we're gonna do a turn, and then we're gonna come back this way. So let's get this turn initiated. We have to take off the navigation mode. So you hit that button right there, that takes us off. You have to re-engage the prop, because when you take it off nav mode, that puts us on manual, but the prop's not engaged. So you have to make sure you engage the prop, otherwise you're going to be wandering around. That's something that when I got this new motor that I wasn't doing, and I started wandering off course and caused me all kinds of headaches. If you find yourself with one of these Garmin Krackens, learn how to use the remote, and when you move from one mode to another, what happens, because super frustrating if you're out here trying to do this type of fishing. The prop disengages and you're wandering all over the lake. Make sure that you get that down and you'll be into the fish. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a waypoint to where I want to go at that 45 mark, roughly, right there. I'm going to hit go to, engage trolling motor, and it'll pull me around a little bit, put me on target for that spot, and then we're going to do a turn and come back down this way. So we'll head that way for a little bit. It's only about a third of a mile. Oh, looks like we're tripped over here. Let's see what's going on. Now that's what might happen when you're doing those kind of turns. A lot of times this will get tripped, and so you end up just reeling it in and resetting it. Let's see. Yep, the Dipsy popped up. I can see the spoon bouncing back there. So let's get this reset now that we're on this new course. See if we can get back on the fish. All right, so we got tripped here on the outside. This is that Dipsy. Got a fish on. Can't tell what it is yet. Looks like a baby walleye. Well, he's probably legal, but not by much. And a self-release. That's good. The worm harness got popped. Let's get that in. Make sure we marked that. Got hammered while I was reeling that in, and I think I missed them. So we need to check the worm anyway. Yep, no worm. All right, got to get these rods in the water, reworm that one. Let's get these two rods back in action. All right, let this down to 54. Oh man, this rod just got hammered. All right, let's see what we got here. Ah, darn it. So this one here, it didn't even look like it was tripped, this Jet 40, but just check them every 10-15 minutes. And what do you think? I got a fish on. So let's see what we got here. Oh, keeper walleye. That's why you check them, folks. Didn't even see the bite and didn't look like it was tripped, but it certainly was. And we got a keeper walleye on here that we're dragging. So yeah, check them, check them, check them. Switching up from chicken wing to this, got it done. Outside Dipsy got tripped. Something on there for sure. I gotta update the counter. We're at 30, folks, for the day. But these head shakes is either a giant walleye or something that I don't want to have on the hook here. I'm not even gonna say the S word, but if we're getting into them, might think about moving. All right, got another one here on the Jet 40. Looks like another keeper walleye. The other two rods got hit and I was resetting them and this one got banged. So I had to stop resetting those to get this one reeled in. Another keeper walleye. There he is, boys and girls. Going back to live another day. I got no rods fishing. What a day. I think we're up to 31, maybe. Let's get everything reset and get back fishing. All right, folks, it's about 12:45. Been fishing since about 6:30. I ended up with 32 today and I did several laps out here. Beautiful, flat, little bit of chop, little bit of roll. Not too bad. 32 in the boat. Like I said, we didn't keep any today. Just fun fishing. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you on the next one. Like and subscribe. Thanks.